Welcome to Faith in Focus. From the Book of Mysteries by Rabbi Jonathan Cahn, the Tzipparim, the mystery of the birds. In the book of Leviticus, a unique sacrifice is performed on thee. He said, a unique sacrifice is performed on the day of a leper's healing, the Tzipparim, specifically 2 birds. The priest takes the first bird and sacrifices it over running water. Then he dips the second bird in the water and blood of the first. Then, with that blood and water, the leper is sprinkled 7 times and pronounced clean. Centuries after the giving of the ordinance, a leper named Naaman is told by the prophet Elisha to dip himself 7 times in the running waters of the Jordan River. He obeys. And as he does, he is healed of his leprosy. Note the reappearance of the ancient elements: the leper, the running water, the dipping, the number 7, the healing. But the difference is, it's not a bird in the waters, but a man. And the other life, I said, the sacrifice. And if it's a bird for a bird, then the sacrifice would have to be a man for a man, and it would have to be brought to the same running waters, the Jordan River. Centuries later, the other life appears. Messiah, the sacrifice, comes to the same running waters, to the Jordan River. And who is waiting there? John the Baptist, of the line of Aaron, a priest, the very one given charge concerning the sacrifice by running waters. The sacrifice must be joined to the running waters. So John dips Messiah in the running waters of the Jordan. And what is the baptism? The symbol of Messiah's sacrifice. So a priest symbolically performs the sacrifice in the running waters, where the leper was cleansed and healed. But that priest baptized multitudes of others in those same waters. Yes, just as the second bird was saved by being dipped into the waters and blood of the first. So they were baptized for the forgiveness of sins, to be cleansed in the sacrifice of Messiah. They were the spiritual lepers, as are we all. In fact, hidden in the ancient Greek translation of the ordinance, when the priest dips the bird in the water, the word used is baptize. As it is written, we are baptized, dipped into his death. We all come as lepers, the unclean and the cursed, but the sacrifice for the cursed has been offered. Thus, we are no longer outcasts or unclean, for the unclean becomes clean, the cursed become blessed, and the leper is no more, in the miracle of the sacrifice by the running waters. The mission: immerse every part of your life in him, then walk in the power of freedom, cleansing, restoration, and the breaking of curses. Leviticus 14, 1-9. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, This shall be the law of the leper in the day of his cleansing. He shall be brought unto the priest, and the priest shall go forth out of the camp, and the priest shall look, and behold, if the plague of leprosy be healed in the leper. Then shall the priest command to take for him, that is to be cleansed, 2 birds alive and clean, and cedar wood, and scarlet, and hyssop. And the priest shall command that one of the birds be killed in an earthen vessel over running water. As for the living bird, he shall take it, and the cedar wood, and the scarlet, and the hyssop, and shall dip them, and the living bird, in the blood of the bird that was killed over the running water. And he shall sprinkle upon him that is to be cleansed from the leprosy 7 times, and shall pronounce him clean, and shall let the living bird loose into the open field. And he that is to be cleansed shall wash his clothes, and shave off all his hair, and wash himself in water, that he may be clean. And after that he shall come into the camp, and shall tarry abroad out of his tent 7 days. But it shall be on the 7th day that he shall shave all his hair off his head, and his beard and his eyebrows, even all his hair he shall shave off. and he shall wash his clothes. Also he shall wash his flesh in water, and he shall be clean. Matthew 8, 1-3. When he was come down from the mountain, great multitudes followed him. And behold, there came a leper, and worshipped him, saying, Lord, if thou wilt, thou canst make me clean. And Jesus put forth his hand, and touched him, saying, I will, be thou clean. And immediately his leprosy was cleansed. Romans 6, 3-4. When he was come down from the mountain, great multitudes followed him. And behold, there came a leper, and worshipped him, saying, Lord, if thou wilt, thou canst make me clean. And Jesus put forth his hand, and touched him, saying, I will, be thou clean. And immediately his leprosy was cleansed. 1 John 1:7. But if we walk in the light, as he is in the light, we have fellowship one with another, and the blood of Jesus Christ his Son cleanseth us from all sin. Thank you for joining me on Faith in Focus. Remember, these insights are inspired by Rabbi Jonathan Cahn's The Book of Mysteries. Until next time, may you find strength in the revelation of his love.